Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the Tuesday Night Live. We are a little bit late today. Well, I don't know if you want to say something.
Hey, glad to be here today with you guys today, wearing the King's crown with Pastor P and with my beautiful wife, living according to Crystal. Hey, and we're glad to be here joining you today.
We are a little bit late, so we're going to just wait a moment to allow people to join the live. I know you may have signed on at 7 o'clock looking for us, but we've had some technical difficulties. I got off work late. Love was doing some things. We're also trying to film some content for you guys. And so we are here though. We promise to come back every Tuesday and we are sticking to that commitment. So we're going to allow a minute for people to join to realize that we are on now. We may have to check my settings like last week.
Oh,
Is it showing that we're live? Let me see if I can pull it up on my iPad. Last week, if you are catching the playback, if we're live, last week I was trying some different things with the settings and I didn't go, it was like a private live and you guys didn't know I was on here.
this
It's up. Okay. All right, and James is on with us. Okay, hey James. How are you? We are running a little bit behind. We had to do some other things and we're trying to film some content for the channels. And so that's what we were doing. How was your day? We got some content videos coming up. I know
J James.
we go live all the time, but we got some content coming up for you guys. So we're both in separate locations getting that done for you. So James, how was your day? How was your day? How was the lighting, James? You let us know. We tested it out. We think everything looks nice and bright. How's the lighting from what you see? Everything look all right? Hello, hello. If you are joining the live, welcome to the Tuesday Night Live. We were running a little bit behind, but thank you for coming or sticking around or waiting on us. We're here, we're live. I'm here with my husband wearing the King's crown with Pastor P. Say hey.
What's going on, everybody? Glad that you guys can join us. Y'all just disregard. I got some of our videos, our content going behind me, so you can see this is part of our vacation when we went to Cancun. If you haven't seen it, go take a look at my channel, Wearing the King's Crown with Pastor P, and you'll find our Cancun vacation. You can also see it on Living According to Crystal, my wife's channel. So glad to have you guys here. What's up, James? I see you on. I see, is that Avery? Is that Avery's on? Okay.
Avery, how you doing? How's it going? Oh, it says we got a message. Let's see. Ternisha? I don't know what that was all about. Tanisha told us to shut up. Baby girl, you don't have to stay.
You
Thank you
sure
for
don't.
coming by.
Hey, you sure don't.
Can you see that love?
Yeah,
Oh, Tanisha, you having a bad day, sugar?
yeah. Hey, we're about blessings here and doing the things that God would have us to do. That's what it's about. So, we're not trying to throw no, we're not trying to throw no slugs. That's not what we're here for.
Yeah, if you having a bad day, baby, I'm so sorry, but go on to another channel and see if that'll make things a little bit better for you.
I understand that some people have a bad day sometime, and we don't want to take it out on anybody else. Hey, our challenge is to uplift and grow. We're not trying to fight and beat people down. That's not what it's all about. So we will hope that we can turn this around. But if this is not for you, hey, we understand.
Oh, okay. James said, late Wednesday. Oh, you went to your grandson's field trip. Okay.
Yeah, that's good, James. Okay, James chauffeuring. Okay, how was that? Was it too rowdy? You the grandkid? Did you have a good time? Did you stop and go get some ice cream, or what did you do? So I know, I don't have any. Well, we don't have any grandkids, so maybe one day we'll look forward to that. We were talking about that the other day, because I think if I had one and we had one, we would just spoil the kids to death. I know we would.
Let me block
Yeah,
Ternisha because she
yeah,
having a
yeah,
bad day.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, Tonisha. Hey, I don't know. Hey, I don't know. Maybe it's the devil. I don't know. But just coming to her telling people to shut up, we can't have that. So we're gonna have to let you go. God bless you. We trust that your day will be turned around. We pray that God will uplift you and your family and wish you the very best.
Let me-
See you later.
yeah, Tanisha had to go. Okay, yeah, she had to go. I don't know what Tanisha was on today.
I don't know. She not so like she let the enemy use her today. She want to come in and tell us, talk to us crazy, and tell.
Yes. Hopefully Demi joins and then Demi can be our moderator to keep all that riffraff out. But James, are you counting down for the school year? Because let me tell you, I am so ready for these kids to get out of school. And then it's like the closer to the end of the month, it just gets harder and harder and harder to go and do all the things. So I am counting down. We got like 3 weeks left. And yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for the school year to be over. I say that, but then when the summer come, I'll be like, I'm ready for these kids to get somewhere.
Yeah.
But so I guess I can't be pleased. I don't know. But during the summer, we plan to do like some vacations and doing some stuff, and we just want the kids to be out of school.
Yeah, for sure. We love the kids, but hey, sometimes we want our time to ourselves. But the thing about it, I know one thing that we're talking about doing with our kids. We're gonna go on a vacation, go on a cruise. We want to take our kids on a cruise and let them have that experience. To go out the country, to be on the boat, all their water. I think that's to be a great idea for any family vacation. Something that we haven't done, but we definitely look forward to doing.
Mhm.
So I think our choice has been we've gone on Carnival. I've heard some different ones about Royal Caribbean, the Alaskan cruises, and things like that. So, I don't know if anybody has gone on a cruise before, but if you got any experience, hey, definitely let us know. Give us, some destinations that you might have gone to or you heard about, and tell us about it so that we might can explore it ourselves.
Mhm.
And I will say this, what you see behind me in Cancun, we had a beautiful time in Cancun. Now I got a commercial going on, but the commercial came on right when I'm trying to say it. But we had a beautiful time in Cancun. I love Cancun. Cancun was just a amazing place, beautiful.
Mhm. I'm sorry, I'm snacking on some chips.
Yeah, hey, yeah, we both got some late lunches here, but it is what it is when you running and gunning. Here we go. So this is part of the beach and the pool that we were at. Beautiful place.
That's
Beautiful
beautiful.
place.
That's one thing I love about being a content creator. We can always go back and look at our videos and like reminisce and just take us back, and then we can see what we've done, and then next time when we go, like try to do something different or do something over again if we really liked it. So I love being a content creator. And speaking of content creation, I am doing a May makeup marathon on my channel. So if you're one of my makeup friends and love makeup, I'm doing hauls and putting on makeup and all the things makeup, showing you my collection, all the things for the whole month of May, my May makeup marathon. So be sure to subscribe if you were just stopping by. Love is putting together some content on his channel. Um, he haven't gave it a theme yet. Are you want to do like a series or I don't know. He's just working on some content for his channel. So make sure you are subscribed.
Talk about it all. So I don't hold anything back. So definitely check it out. I have about 6 videos going to come out here soon. So be on the lookout. It should be one coming out, 1 or 2 each day. So I have some content. I really think that you'll enjoy.
I think so too. He's quite creative. So if you like get ready with me's and all the
That
things,
too.
he's quite creative. I'm looking around because I thought I still had my devotion in here, so I could read the devotion, but I think I may have Yeah, I think I took them out of here because I don't see them readily available. I have been doing some updating in this beauty room for my friends, my makeup friends here, because I'm gonna do at the end of the month my a beauty room tour. So I've been moving stuff, and I guess I took my devotions out of here. So, oh, you know what? I found it. Give me a second, y'all. I found it. Here we go. So we're gonna read the devotion for today. This channel is all about, you know, good vibes, family, love. We love Jesus over here. My husband is a
Yes,
pastor.
we
There's
do.
Pastor P over there. So we always like to bring our devotional to our channel. So today is May the 6th. So I'm gonna pull up May the 6th devotion and we're just gonna talk about it. I've been having a crazy kind of day, and when I come home, just read my Bible and talk to my family, and then when I come on here on you guys with you guys, it kind of makes my day better. So I had to, bring this to you today. So the topic of today's devotion is God's in change. God's spirit who is in you is greater than the devil who is in the world. Satan has no power except that which God gives him. Okay. To the first century church in Smyrna, Christ said, "Do not be afraid of what you're about to suffer. I tell you, the devil will put some of you in prison to test you, and you will suffer for 10 days. But be faithful. Even if you have to die, I will give you the crown of life." That comes from Revelations 2:10. Analyze Jesus' word for a minute. Christ informs the church of the persecution, the duration of the persecution, and the reason for the persecution, and the outcome of the persecution, a crown of life. In other words, Jesus used Satan to fortify his church. Even when Satan appears to win, he loses.
Now.
That was good. That
Yeah,
was a
I
good
mean,
word.
because you see, because here's the thing: the people just think that the enemy, the devil, just has power to just do all this. God allows him the power to do it. You know, when Jesus was being passed around from Herod to Pilate, he said, "You will not have no power over me unless it was given unto you from above." So, and just like you said, that God will allow him to have power, but his power will not overtake you. You know, they may be able to kill the body, but they can't kill the soul. And that's one of the reasons why one of my favorite scriptures is Romans 8 and 28. And we know that all things work together to them that love God, those that are called according to his purpose. So even when those bad things happen in our lives, God will use that for our good. So when the enemy think it's bad, God's going to use that to be a good thing. We learn from it. We become better. We grow. We build on it. So when the enemy think he's winning, he's actually losing.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's
Yeah. And see what James said. I love you, James. You are all right with me, buddy. He said when my son turned 14, tell him to pray to God that he won't sneak a girl in the house and that I catch you.
okay, James. No sneaking now. Beat them, beat them. No, I'm just playing. Don't do that, James. Keep praying like you're doing. Hey, Gracie. Gracie says she's here. Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, Grace, what's happening, Grace? How are you?
Grace. I just be saying E because she got all those E's in there. Is it Gracie? Grace. I think it's Grace.
See,
Mm-hmm.
oh, it's Grace.
Yeah. Hey, Grace. We are doing a. I'm doing a makeup May marathon. I think you're one of my makeup friends. I'm doing a makeup May marathon for the whole month of May. The content will be all about makeup, so go catch up on those videos. But we're still going to do our Tuesday night lives. So always come back Tuesday. We're typically here at 7 p.m., but we both were held up trying to make some content for the video, for our channels, and then got off work late and all of the things. So, but we're here. Hey, happy you can join us. Um, did we have some topics to discuss today, love?
It's running and gunning. So, those
No.
topics,
Okay, let's find some.
I would, I've been dealing with so much because my father's been ill, and we've been going back and forth to the hospital. I have some content coming out about the move of God, how to get God to move in your life. And I'm telling you, when people you love are hurting, or even when yourself is going through something, we want to know God is moving in our lives. So I have a content that's coming out that we would love for you guys to go to Wearing the King's Crown with Pastor P and take a look at it, because there are times in our life when we really just need God to move in our life. We can't just sit there and be like a genie in the lamp, rub your lamp and say, "Come, give me three wishes." No, we have to come to the Lord. We have to praise Him and understand when we start praying and thanking God and praising Him, He will begin to move in our lives. So I don't know. That's one topic that's kind of been big on my head, and being able to have God move. And when He doesn't move, we can't get mad. Sometimes it's just in God's will. So,
Mhm.
and I don't know about you guys, but I definitely need God to move in my.
Amen. Amen. Hey, brother. You see Chris on here?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was gonna reach out to you. I hope you're free tomorrow, dude. If you're free, let's make it happen.
Stop playing. Come on, have to be nosy. Off camera. Off camera.
Off camera, for sure, for
Right.
sure. Hey, thanks for joining. Glad that you can join. We got James, Gracie, and we got Chris on the line. Good to have you guys on. Thank you for joining us. We do appreciate you. Thank you so much, Grace. We
Thank
do
you, Grace.
appreciate your prayers because I'm telling you, man, my dad has been going through a lot. Sunday alone, when I had to leave church because they called 911. We had to take him to the hospital.
Yeah.
We got there. It seemed like he was doing better. As soon as we got him home, it wasn't even a half hour with us being home. We had to call 911 again. The ambulance had to come back out there. So he's going through a tough time right now. But I just know that God has got him, and I just trust and believe that everything will work out. I just believe it. So I thank you for your prayers. Thank you for all that you do. I appreciate it.
Yes, we appreciate that, Grace.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just stuffing my face. Let me put these little chips down. These are my favorite little chips, y'all. They're like the little puffs.
Oh, they good. I mean, and shoot, I got me some of them brats.
Them little old puffs. But let me put them chips down and uh sometimes what Tuesday nights people come with a lot of questions, and then sometimes we have to find some topics to discuss. So let me find some topics. Thank you, Chris. I'm gonna find some topics to, just kind of get it going. Try to get it going, and hopefully you guys will, you know, give us give us some feedback. We want to make it a dialogue. Yes, we want to hear from you. We like to for y'all to hear us ramble, but we like to hear from you too. So let's do some relationship questions maybe. I don't know. Let me just see what I can find. I got my little iPad up here, and I apologize for not having something together, but it's just been one of those days. So bear with me 1 second.
Let me no. Hold on. You go ahead and look for that.
Okay.
But I want to ask this question.
Oh, Gracie says she has a question.
Okay, go for it. What you got, Grace? Tell us what you got. While she's writing it down and typing it in, I guess what I was going to say was this. Do you think it's important to to give a gift on Mother's Day?
Okay.
Is it important that those mothers that you receive a gift, or would you just be rather to be taken out for dinner? Or do you want an actual gift? Gift. And how important is that?
Answer for me, the way my husband is or and my family is, I get gifts all year round, so I don't expect a gift. I'm more a quality time type of person, but that's my love language, quality time. So I don't necessarily have to have a gift because, for one, truth be told, y'all, I have been blessed, and I know people say physical, material things are not blessings, but I have everything I could even want, not need, want. Like all the makeup, all the purses, all the shoes, all the jewelry, all the things, all the things. So if someone were to ask me like, "You want a gift?" I wouldn't even know what to say because I have so much stuff. I don't need nothing. Just spend quality time with me, and I'm good with that. We could just go out to eat and just spend time together. And I would be content with that. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know what y'all.
Some people they may want to give. They just might want to give. It does depend on the person. And as men, I'll tell you this: you need to know your woman, your girl, your wife. You need to know who they are and understand what love language they have. Because Father's Day coming back around too.
Okay, so let's twist it. But you want a Father's Day gift? Do the men want gift? Because the men always be like, the men be like, women get everything. The men don't get nothing.
Well, with the men, they always want to. They give us the crazy gifts. They give us, stuff we can't even use. Yeah, yeah, like a back scratcher.
What kind of gifts do guys like though? Tell them. I know for being a pastor, he gonna get a million ties and a million.
I'm gonna get socks. I'm gonna get ties. I'm gonna get all types of cups, koozies, and all these type of things. But I think for a man, if you want something simple, you can go to Bath and Body Works, get them some lotion, some nice fragrant lotions, and cologne, things of that nature. A man like smell good too, certain soaps and things like that. Sometimes the little things matter. Maybe a shoe shine kit. Maybe something that he can actually use. You
Mm-hmm.
know, of course, men like to eat, so you can't miss them with food.
Okay, okay.
Okay, we got some feedback.
What she say?
She said, "My partner needs space, alone time, very often. I want to respect that and their social battery, but my love language is quality time, and I need more time and don't know how to find balance."
Mm,
You know what, Grace? I mean, well, you want to start with that and I'll wrap it up, or you want me to jump right into?
Um, I was gonna say, let me read it again. They required space in a long time, but you're for the social battery long way, just quality time. I think that it's all about communication. Make sure that your partner is aware or understands that quality time is your love language. And because it's not his love language, it's something that he would have to consciously do. And because it won't come natural. Like gifts is my last language, so I would have a hard time getting somebody gifts because it's not something that comes natural for me. People who love giving gifts, they just know what to get people and wrap it all up nice and pretty. That's hard for me. So I have to consciously like think of let me make sure I put a pretty bow on and make it like this because doesn't come natural. But your partner probably is not aware, or doesn't consciously think of I got to make sure I spend time with her. So I think I would start with him, making sure you explain to him that is your love language and see if y'all can schedule time together. I mean, like, I know you had a crazy week, but how about every Thursday we have time together? That way he can know, let me not let this day stress me out because at the end of the day, I'm going to spend time with Grace. I think maybe scheduling it can help him make sure the battery is, not drained and be prepared for y'all to meet. That's just what I'm thinking. But what's your thoughts on it, love?
I think it's very important. Again, I want to reaffirm exactly what you just stated. Communication means everything. You have to be able to have a conversation with him, but and let them know what your needs are. And if you need some time, they need to be able to accommodate you at times. And, some people like that space, because when they come back and they do give you that quality time, they're ready to have that closeness with you. And if you need more, that's something you absolutely need to express so that you can understand what you're getting from that person. And that see if they're willing to even give you that. That's very important because some people may not be willing to give you that. And you need to know that. You absolutely need to know that. Because if my back is itching and I need somebody to scratch it, and I can't get to it, and I'm telling you, can you scratch my back? I have to wait. Wait a minute. Come on now. When does how I feel becomes, valuable to them? So you have to ask yourself those questions, but make sure that you communicate that. We don't want to fuss and argue. We don't want to create any more chaos. But we need to understand the boundaries that you have. What time can I have then? What time can you give to me? When can we do? Do we have certain days? Do we have certain days after work? Maybe the weekend. You need to know those things. So absolutely ask those questions and find out.
Hmm. One thing we did when we were dating, we always made sure that we didn't go over 4 days without like physically seeing each other. That was just something that we agreed on and a boundary that we created during our dating phase that I need to see you at least once every 4 days. At that fourth day, you need to be getting to me, I need to be getting to you. We would have to like make time to connect and physically see each other because we would do like FaceTime and things like that, but it's different like just being with them, that quality time in the same space with them. So that's just something we both agree like let's do that. Like every 4 days. We can't go over 4 days without physically seeing each other. So I think that if you guys work together to create um, a boundary or that expectation, but then also have a little bit grace because you can say like, I want to meet you every fourth day, but let's say something happens crazy at work, then we would reschedule it or we wouldn't get a chance to spend as much time that fourth day together as we would normally. So make some boundaries, but be flexible within it. I think yeah, I would say that. So yeah, just create a date, something that you can do on a regular basis that you both are under the you both understand this is what we're going to do on this day. Uh,
Sure.
yeah. So James says I have a friend grandson and he's trying to get out of the hood. The friend asked me to help and I said yes and my wife said yes. Okay, James, very good. James, you have been blessing people all of 2025. This is your year. You have been helping your brother and just everybody. So keep letting the Lord use you, James. I like it. You're gonna get your reward in heaven for sure for all the
That's a
things
good
that
thing.
you are doing here. So you're doing a great job, and I love to hear it, James. Tell them we said hey, we wish them well, and don't ever. I know a lot of times when you feel like you're doing all this good, you can grow weary, but the Bible say don't grow weary in well doing. So even if you feel like I'm doing all this and I'm not seeing a reward, not getting what I need here, you're gonna get your reward
Yes, you,
in heaven, James. So keep doing what you're doing. Very good.
yes, you will. Absolutely. Proud of you, James. Proud of you, James.
She said, "Oh, they have the same 4 day.
Okay. Hey, that's a start.
We are getting need too much time. How will we? Okay, so they're in the moving together phase, and they need and if he needs so much time alone, that's fine. I think that's fine. I mean, even if y'all live together, you be in one room, he be in one room. We kind of do the same thing, especially like if he's studying, getting ready to, um, you know, get a sermon together or something. I give him his space. He go in his room and do his thing. He'll allow me to have my space and go watch my crime shows. You have to be realistic too, Grace. You know you can't like be up under him 24 hours a day. He is going to need his time to have his time for himself and you as well because in relationships a lot of times women lose themselves in the relationship, but you always have to keep you and do things that makes you happy outside of him. Don't find your joy and happiness just in him alone. You still have to be able to be happy within you because you can't love someone and if you don't love yourself. So you take time to for self-love for you, and then it's okay to not be up under him. So even if he needs a day and some time, he can go in one room, you go in the other room. But at the end of the day, we connect in the bedroom, good night, and see you in the morning type of thing.
And don't think that them wanting to have some alone time mean that they don't want to be with you. That may not necessarily be the case. And as some people just need time to decompress. and being able to decompress and kind of get ready for that time that they can spend with you, that that means a lot. So try not to look at it from a negative standpoint, unless it's something that's really wearing on you. And then you definitely want to address it and make sure that you ask the questions and just let them know how you feel. It's okay to give hard conversations, without being combative, without being argumentative, and things of that nature. But definitely, be open to that. And when you have your time, embrace it, enjoy it, and milk it to its fullest into that time. But let them have that time to kind of decompress. But you're good. I like what you do.
Yeah, and I think what one thing, in our marriage we had to learn, like at my job I talk all day. From the time I go in the building to the time I leave, I am talking, 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 talking. And my husband, he, because he's a pastor, he's a public speaker and do all the things, all that talking don't drain him like it drains me. And I could be like mentally drained. So I'll get off work and I don't feel like talking because I didn't talk from the time I stepped in the building to the time I leave. And then when I get off and call him or he called me, he ready to talk. And sometimes I just be quiet, but he knows that about me, that if I'm quiet, my battery is drained. And he don't try to like force me to talk. He'll just sit there in silence with me because he knows like my battery is drained. And I think, and I communicate that too. I'll be like, it's not you. It was just a hard day, or I just been talking all day. I just need a moment of silence, and he'll get off the phone with me, or he'll be like, okay, well, I'll let you have your time to decompress. So it's all about knowing what your partner needs, and respecting that boundary and not getting offended by them saying, I just need a minute. It's not you. I just need a minute because my head is full of all the things and I just need a minute. So it's all about communication. All about communication. But you see what she said here? She said what we're saying hits home. She feel like her happiness relies on them and don't know how to find joy in herself. So I would say to that, think about, I'm not sure how long y'all been together, but think about what you did before you met this person. What type of activities did you do? What would you do in your free time? Because you had some joy or some happiness before them. And again, I've been there before. You lose yourself in a relationship and you do everything about your partner. Sometimes you don't do what makes you happy. So I think just reflect on your past, what you did, and try to incorporate that back in your time. So let's say if you like art, like to draw, you used to draw all the time or read books all the time. And then once you met this person, all your free time was with this person. So now when he says, I need a minute to decompress, then you go do what you love. You go art, you go draw, you go read your books while they're taking their time that they need to decompress. And that'll slowly help you find the joy again. You were like, I like this time by myself and I like reading books. So while they're decompressing, you just do what brought you joy before. And I think it'll kind of help you find that within yourself again. Does that make sense? I'm not sure if that.
That makes sense. If you had a hobby that you like to do, kind of channel that, that energy into that. But I'll kind of take it a little bit further, because one of the things that I teach our boys is this, is that when they were smaller, I used to tell them that, hey, yeah, they had to learn to play by themselves and not always be dependent on having to play with someone else to make them happy. That they know how to express themselves by themselves and be happy by themselves. So when that other person comes along, it's an enhancement to them. That other person won't bring them joy. They're going to add to what they currently have in the first place. So what my wife is talking about is that you got to do what makes you happy by yourself. And then when you're able to add time with your significant other, they enhance in both time together with each other. But you have to have some time where you know how to make yourself happy. And that's like a hobby, whether you like to paint, maybe you like to do crafts and do some type of artwork, maybe go bowling, maybe paint or do whatever the case may be. Sometimes you have to find yourself in those things, maybe you're coupon clipping. It does, I don't know what it is, but it's something that you like to do, and when you have that time to yourself, you have to learn to put that time into some things that you like to do, so you won't be so worried or thinking about, I'm by myself, what are they doing, are they talking to somebody else? An idle mind makes a devil's workshop, and
Mhm.
it wears on you. So just, you have to learn to do you with some things. What type of things do you like to do? What type of things do tell us about it, and that way, take some time out for yourself, and enjoy those things.
Mhm. That's good. Because we don't want
Feel
a
silly.
re-
I don't want.
no, not at all.
No,
And we don't want a relationship to
that's a
turn
real
into,
feeling.
yeah, it is. And we don't want a relationship to turn into a codependency, because some people, and I've had friends who stay in these relationships for years and years and years thinking that it's love, but it wasn't love. It was a codependency. They felt like they needed that person to make them happy. And in reality, they wasn't happy, but they were staying because they felt like they needed this person and to be complete. They were just codependent on that person for their happiness, and that's not what you need. You need to be able to, find happiness within yourself so you can spread that happiness and love to others. So good. I like that you just got 10 things that you like to do, and that's good. And just while you need time to do whatever, you can go read your book and paint and draw and paint your nails. Like you would think I was a only child, because I can entertain myself for hours. I can come here in this beauty room and play in makeup and do my nails and writing my planners and like all the things. So just find stuff to make you happy and entertain yourself.
True. She ain't telling no stories with that. She get in that room and she get.
I do. I love my little beauty room. I'm telling you, if I've had like the craziest day and I come home and the kitchen is dirty and the boys not doing what they supposed to do, whatever, as soon as I walk through these doors, I leave all that behind. It just makes me instantly happy just to have my own little space and joy, and I'll smell a perfume and just a sweet scent just lifts my mood. So just have to find what brings you joy. Oh no, James. He said the boy dropped out of school a week ago. Oh, what grade was he in, James? Um, he can go back, right? I don't think it's too late. What happened? This is the one James said he was helping with the boy. He was trying to get out of the neighborhood he was in. 12th grade. Ah, James, he was so close. No. I don't know how, if it's too late to talk to someone at school and in admissions or something like that to see if he can finish. He may be able to do some ingenuity or self stuff at home where he don't have to be in the classroom but still get his credits. He may be able to go to summer school and make up a couple of classes and still be able to graduate. I would hate for him to get so close and have to repeat the whole school year. Um, and I don't know if it's too late to even transfer. If he moves within with you, he can go to a different school in your area. I don't know. You just gotta talk to somebody at school. First, see if that's something that he even want to do, because you can't force him to do something he don't want to do. He may be like, "I'm done with school," and you forcing him to go is not gonna work. So if he wants to get his high school diploma, just see what options you have for him. Gracie asked your channel is wearing the king's crown with Pastor P. Love, are you able to comment?
And I'm trying to get off my other one. I hope this is, hold on. That's not it. That's not it. Hold on. I gotta get on my other one. So we'll send it out.
Gonna get on his wearing the king's crown with Pastor P. And thank you, Gracie. You're so sweet. We love that you come and you are open to our thoughts, because we're not experts at. I'm not. He's a licensed you know um what is it called, coach,
I'm a certified night.
life coach. Yes, I'm not, but I just done lived through some things and done learned some things, and even though he's certified, he's lived and learned and been around people that's going through some things. So we have some experience that we hope can help you. So I appreciate you being, open to even listening to us. But again, he's the life coach. He's the pastor. So him and the Lord have their own little thing, that I don't have with the Lord. And so we appreciate you just being open for feedback. But yes, wearing the King's Crown with Pastor P.
It's coming right now.
Okay. Now James said he gave him a job at the ranch. Okay, very good. Very
All right, James, I'm so proud of you. You definitely have a good heart, James. Keep doing what you're doing. You're helping your brother, helping your grandkids. You're giving out cars. Hey, while you passing out cars, don't forget
every
about
day.
us. You know.
Yeah.
But hey, I just appreciate all that you do, and you're always on board every week. So we appreciate you so much.
Yes, James has been supporting the channel for the last 4 months at least. Long as I've been going live, James gonna be here every week. So I am so thankful for you, James, and I hope that we say something that helps you and you help me as well, just to see that there are still nice people out here in the world. Some people you meet online are more genuine than people you see every day. So I appreciate you just being you, James, and being open to share and give us your thoughts and opinions on things. So I really appreciate that in you.
For sure. Ditto,
Yeah.
ditto.
Yes. But yeah, Grace, if your partner wants to join the live with you, ask questions, maybe we can just give some feedback from a couple standpoint, because one thing about us, our love language is the same. We both like quality time, so we're fortunate in that area that we don't have conflicting love languages. Um, but if you guys need some relationship advice or he has questions, maybe he could just join and we can talk it out.
And not only that, I have material on my channel that might be able to answer some of those questions, whether it's about relationships, whether it's about faith, whether it's about just getting out with one another, enjoying them. I mean, I have so much content on there, so and I have a lot more that's coming. And let's just say if there's something that you want me to talk about, send me a comment of a topic that you want me to do a video on, and I absolutely do it. It was a friend of mine that talked to me about overcoming divorce. How does that happen? Because they went through a divorce. So I made a video about divorce and being able to overcome those obstacles or hardships of certain relationships. So and I'm telling you, I put it on a reel, and it just I mean, I had like over almost 3,000 views on that. So definitely, if you have any topics that you want me to cover, anything to go over, you think that'll be good. Hey, I'm working on content right now, so this is a great time to give me some material that I'll put out that may be helpful not only to you but them as well.
Onto the live and be willing to ask questions. So that's just my advice. Just let them see that we're just some genuine, real people out here who just want to spread love and help people. And mm-hmm. Yep. And we understand people are different and are raised different and live different than we do. So there's no judgment over here. You know, if you're doing some things that is against the Bible, we ain't gonna, condone you. We're not gonna beat you over the head over, but we can tell you what the Bible say about it. So we welcome all to come, and we are open, and we just want to help anybody. So what James say?
Have it says on who comes in the house because she is the lady of the house. Well, you're right about that, James. I mean, why you got a woman in the house, everybody don't need to come in the house. Hey, we just got through talking about this. Uh, uh, I was telling a friend of mine today. When you have a woman in the house, you just don't let everybody in the house. You can't do that. That's part of providing and protecting your own home. So
Hmm.
if she feels uncomfortable with somebody being in the house, you better be listening to her. So absolutely.
Hmm. And one thing for me as a woman, I don't like going to the door. If somebody knock on the door, I'm not going to that door. If my husband don't go to that door, they're gonna be out there knocking. I don't go to the door. Because if I don't know you coming, I'm not answering the door. I'm not going to the door. So don't come over knocking. If my husband at home, you just gonna be out there. You better leave a message on the ring camera because I'm not coming. So again, as a woman, we want to feel protected and safe, and just something as that. Like go to the door, answer the door for us. That just gives us what we need, and it's something we want from y'all. So my husband know my one thing I made clear in our dating phase is that I need to feel protected. Um and so he's always made me feel like I got a bodyguard everywhere I go. Okay, I'm tell you, I got a bodyguard. I just be walking around like la la la. Don't I just be just out here not having a care in the world because I have that confidence in my husband that he gonna protect me no matter what. If you come and you try something with this man by me, he ain't going for it. So I've always loved that he's always made me feel protected. James said his wife got a firearm. Let me tell you, I ain't gonna put all Pastor business out here, but Pastor got some protection. Okay, he got some pieces of steel.
Got some
And
peace to pass all.
yeah, Pastor got some pieces too. Okay, and Pastor actually bought me one. It wasn't even a, it was just a random day we went, and he bought me one because I need one too. So he gave me a piece, a peace of mind when he's not here. He gave me that peace of mind when he's not here, and if I have to use it, I will. He taught me how to use it and stuff. So that's good, James.
And here's the thing. I don't care what role you're in. I think you got to protect yourself. And if she knows how to use it, great. That's kind of what we were doing. We went to the gun range and going to gun range, just kind of just practicing and just doing whatever. I said I thought my wife needed one, and hey, I got her one, and I'm all for it. I don't have a problem with protecting me, her, and all of us together. So.
Mm-hmm.
She has a 9 millimeter pistol. Okay, she knows how to shoot that nine. Okay.
Uh-huh. Very good.
Now there's so much you can talk about with that. So many different types and different types of ammunition and all this, and so much going on. People are just yes. There's a lot of people out there buying guns and just doing things, but and there's so many people who are doing wrong with these guns, being irresponsible, and I do not agree with that. I think that if you're gonna have a gun, you have to be responsible. You have to keep it out of kids' eyes and out of their way. Make sure it's always put up and locked up, and that we must do better of. So I'm glad she knows how to use it, James. I know you know how to use it. I ain't even have to ask that question. So.
Yes. Okay, I'm looking up for another question. If someone has a question they want to ask us, please do. If not, we're going to be on for a little bit longer, and we'll see. I'm trying to get a full hour in, because we try to get our hour in every Tuesday. And
Like that old school. You like that Colt 45.
oh,
Okay.
oh
That's a man stopper for sure.
yeah, nobody's getting past that. Okay.
Yeah. I'm a Glock guy. I like the Glocks. So, a Glock is what I use.
Mhm. Oh, I found a relationship debate question. If someone's online and want to answer it,
Relationship debate. Let's come on.
it's
Let's
a relationship debate. It said, should couples keep secrets to protect their partner's feelings? Should couples keep secrets to protect their partner's feelings?
people don't want to know. And I'm sorry, I want to know everything. It doesn't bother me. You know, I don't think it needs to be secret. Something like that. I just I think the more you know, the more you have a better understanding. And I think that if you're going to be able to accept those secrets, you better be ready. Because you might get hurt. And you have to be a big boy or big girl about things like that. Especially if it's something happened in the past, and that before you came along or something like that. But I think that as you grow together, I think whatever secrets that you have, I think it's good to share with one another so that you both can understand each other, but also know, that you're being vulnerable with each other and that you can trust each other with those secrets.
Because I don't think I volunteer information. I don't know, but just comment down below if you think that couples should keep secrets to protect their partner's feelings. So I remember I had we experienced someone who said that one of her husband's friends had come on to her. You remember that? Was that but she's never told him. I feel like that's a secret. It's because that's something she's not telling him. But I feel like she's not telling him to protect his feelings. So I get why she hasn't told him. So I think that's one of this area it could be talking about. So couples keep secrets to protect their partner's feelings. So I understand why she's not telling him because she's probably like, I'm not even thinking about that guy. I wasn't there ever. So she feels like it's not a need to tell her guy. But for you, love, you would want me to tell. Mm-hmm. So
Go back and talk about you trying to hit on my wife now. I just know how to handle it. I don't have to go back and do all try to fight abuse because you talking to my wife. I just know that person. I have to handle that person with a long handled spoon.
mm-hmm. Very good. Well, I'm gonna save this one because this one got some good questions. This one, a couple of more, huh? Juicy, juicy. Well, this one's saying, one of them is saying, is financial stability a prerequisite for a successful marriage? Is financial stability a prerequisite for a successful marriage? I'm gonna let you answer first, love. I'm always jumping in answering you.
I don't think it is because I think I find that this Generation X they want to have all their money together. They want to make all this money before they do anything. But who's to say that you won't lose your job? Who's to say that something won't happen that causes you to lose the finances that you have? That's why I don't think we need to lean on that because God is going to provide regardless. Sometimes you have up, sometimes you're down, but God still provides. It's not you're not always meant to have stuff. That's like people saying, when I get my life right, I'll come to church. What do you mean by that? When are you gonna get it right? Because you can't get it right. And cars break down, houses need fixing. You gotta buy new clothes, gotta buy furniture, gotta buy so you're always spending money. you know, and God forbid you have a child, and that's going to be more expensive. So with that being said, I would have predicated on money and finances. I predicated on, the love that we have, and are you in this with me? When things get bad, are you gonna get mad, or we gonna have to be fighting every day? No, I want somebody gonna say, okay, baby, don't worry about it. We're gonna lock arms and we're gonna fight through this together until we come out of this. I'd rather have that than money or anything else.
Hmm. Very good question. I mean, very good answer. But my answer is, when I think of financial stability, I don't have a dollar amount around that. Because it can be any amount. But do you know how to, are you responsible with what you have? When I say, like, when we date, I say have your affairs in order. So when I think of financial stability, I'm not thinking, oh, he needs to have all this money. No, you can have $1,000, but do you know what to do? Are your priorities in line to know what to do with that $1,000? I feel like that is a prerequisite that you should be stable in that area. You know how to budget, you know how to finance, I mean, you know how to budget and balance your what you do have. You ain't gotta have a whole bunch, but what you do have, you're responsible with it. I definitely think that is a prerequisite because I wouldn't ever see myself with a guy who just blow money. Like, we got bills to pay, but you out here buying video games or whatever it is. Like, no, you need to be stable in that area. So that's just hmm hmm very good, very good. Okay, here's another one. Can relationships with significant age differences work in the long term?
Seen it. I've seen it.
Yeah. I think so too. And we have an age difference. I don't know if that's considered significant, but I mean, it's a decade, I guess. So maybe. Yeah, I think they can. As long as it's two mature people, I think it can work in the long run.
I mean, they have to be willing to work with one another. And to be honest with you, I find a lot more people who are, 5 years age gap, 10 years, and even more so here most recently, finding people who are 12 years older, 15 years older, than each other. So it seems like more and more people are dating out what most people would say now outside of their age range,
Hmm.
and it just depends on the type of person that they're wanting to be with. So
Yeah. Yeah. Love, I don't know what's that playing in the
no, either.
background.
I see that behind me. They jumping around and doing all kind of stuff. But let me, yeah, don't have to worry about that no more.
Says, there's a good one. Is it healthier for a relationship to have a clear leader or be a egalitarian? Like, I don't know what that word means, but is it healthy for a relationship to have a clear leader? I would say for that, I feel like a woman needs to know her place, and that sounds, some people be like, "Ooh, that sound a mess," but I feel like the man is supposed to be the head of the.
It's a true statement, and men need to know their place as well.
Yeah, yeah, and I feel like the woman needs to know that the man is the head of the house, and he needs to know I am the man of the house, and you act as the leader. I feel like he shouldn't be like, I gotta ask him. I don't know. I just feel like the man should know his place and the woman should know hers. And I think there should be a clear leader in the house. And I feel like people should know their strengths and weaknesses. When I say leader, like, I feel like in relationships, if you have someone that's good, great with finances, other person that's not, you need to let that person who's good with finances handle the money, because you know that's a weakness for you. Let the person with the strength handle it. Or if someone cooks better than the other one or cleans better, like, don't, like, everybody just know their place and what they're good at, and always work to try to improve, where they are, but just know what's your strength and weaknesses, and there definitely do need to be a leader in the household, I think. Mhm. Very good.
I think there has to be some flexibility in that. And the man doesn't have to be in charge of everything. No, you go here. No, we doing this. No, we doing this. When we go out to eat, I'm like, baby, where you want to go? And because I want to make sure that she's taken care of. Because I'm easy peasy lemon squeeze. I'm so simple. I can, it doesn't. I got to go eat some seafood today. I got to have some seafood. I don't care what you want. You might want hamburger. No, don't do that. I'm
Mhm.
flexible. I'm very flexible.
Yeah, he is, y'all. Cause sometimes he is always asking like, "What do you want? What do you want to eat?" And sometimes I'll say, but then sometimes I have made enough decisions for today, and I don't feel like making decisions. Like I make, because I am in management, I have to make decisions all day at work. I have to make decisions with the kids, you know. So sometimes I'll be like, I don't want to make a decision, and I'll just be like, "You decide." I don't want to. I don't want to, and then he'll take over and just like pick a place. So again, the flexibility is key. Yes. Well, this is a good one, love.
Look dark over here.
It is. I think the lights went off or something. Did your lights go off?
This thing up. Go ahead.
Okay. The next one, and hey, if you're just joining the live, I'm not sure who's just joined. If you've been here, if you're watching the playback, yeah, that's good. That's a good lighting right there. I guess let's do like a recap. If you are just joining the live, I am Crystal, living according to Crystal. This is my husband, wearing the King's Crown with Pastor P. We're live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Time. We were a little bit late today. We are here nonetheless. We just are wanting to come on, build relationship, community with people. And if you're watching the playback, go ahead and subscribe to both channels. Today we're just having some relationship topics. We would like to hear from you. I think you guys are more just listening to us, and that's fine too, because some people just like to hear like debate or conversation between people. Some people find that entertaining, so that's fine too, because I can always talk to my husband about everything, because that right there is my best friend. That man right there is my best friend, and we could talk about anything all the time. So if you just want to listen to us, that's fine too. But my husband do like a look, like you to interact with us, right, love?
We have to say because I want some more money, but there's a lot more to it than that. Yeah, your opinion, man.
Hmm. Yeah, the light you turn on got your beard looking all handsome and stuff. Ooh, that's my husband over there, y'all. Ooh, that's my husband right there. I love that man.
I'm all shined up now, huh?
Here's a good one, and we've experienced this, not us personally, but we know people. Do shared political beliefs lead to stronger relationships, or do if you have different political beliefs, could that cause damage in a relationship?
I mean, I'm gonna tell you something. It could.
Mm.
It's almost like in the workplace, they don't want you to talk about religion, they don't want you to talk about politics. And if two people are not on the same, one's a Democrat, one's a Republican, of course, it can that can be a fight within itself. And if you're not equally yoked and one is studying Islam, the other studying Christianity, that can cause friction. And the Bible tells us that we need to be equally yoked. So I would hope that if you're with somebody, that you will find somebody that you have commonalities with, that you can avoid some of those pitfalls. Because I know some people, and some people, we know some people who have different philosophies and politically, and they are a house divided. And I mean that's it's like they gnawing at each other and whatnot, because one was a Kamala Harris, supporter. One was a Trump supporter. And of course, it was friction in the household.
Yeah, I think, like you said about the equally yoked, we know how the enemy works, right, and how he wants to divide families and not make them work. And I think being unequally yoked or having different beliefs is just that extra foothold he can get in and try to divide. You know how Eve was by herself. He wait till Eve was by herself, then go over there and whispering in Eve, saying all that he did because he got Eve to herself. I just think Satan will use, oh, I can go use this as something to get between them. So I definitely think that it's better to have the same beliefs be equally yoked.
For sure, for sure. It makes a stronger bond.
Mhm. Very good.
Nobody got any comments about that? You know,
They don't want to comment. They want to listen to see what we think about it. Okay.
all good. We can keep on talking. We just trying to get your input. You know, again, if you haven't joined us, or if you haven't, subscribed, go subscribe to Living According to Crystal. She has everything about beauty, makeup, and fashion. So many things that she's sharing with you. She has what, the month of May. Tell me about the month of May that you.
Oh yes. Thank you, love. I am having my May makeup marathon. Girl, it is all about makeup. Okay. We're gonna be doing some hauls, some get ready with me, talking about new makeup, testing out new makeup. I'm gonna show you my makeup collection, all of my favorite things, some lip combos. I get excited when he tell me to talk about that. So yeah, all of the month of May makeup marathon. I did film a video today. I gotta edit it. Hopefully it turns out cute so I can get it up tomorrow, but we shall see. But yes, stay tuned for that. And he's also making some content right now for his channel.
Wearing the King's Crown with Pastor P. We're a faith family fellowship. You know, you have some get dressed with me. Those some of my biggest content people love when I'm dressing up and I have these little things where I throw my shoe in the air and it just pops on my feet and all these things. But I talk about real life things as well. Talk about faith. Talk about family. Talk about, do you know how to pray? Do you have faith in your life? How do you handle marriage? How do you handle success? I talk about many things because I am a pastor, I'm a life coach, I am a mentor. So, and I do, and we do counseling all sessions all the time.
Mhm.
So, if you have a topic that you want to see that I haven't talked about, definitely throw it in the comments, and I'll take a look at that, and we'll look at about having some content ready for you so that you can go to my channel, or either Living According to Crystal channel, whichever one that you prefer to get your content from, and just watch and see what we have to offer. God is moving in a mighty way.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Amen. We received that. His channel is all about faith, fashion, and fellowship. So subscribe. Get your husband to subscribe. If you're on this channel, get your husband to subscribe and all the things. Okay. We're gonna ask one more question and then we'll wrap it up for tonight. But we'll definitely be back next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Time. The last question, if you are good with that, love, we can wrap it up.
Yeah, we
Okay. It says, let me see, where was it? Um, oh wait. Where is it? Oh, okay. It's kind of like what Grace talked about earlier. Can too much togetherness harm a relationship's health? Can too much togetherness harm a relationship's health? She was just saying about,
it depends on the person.
mhm.
I think our relationship is unique because we spend a lot of time together. I like to say, she's my ride or die. There's nothing that we can't do together. Nothing, because she's not only my wife, but she is my best friend. My best friend. So, and in being like that, people may say we goofy or whatever, but hey, that's our goofy, and that's who we are. We appreciate each other, that we don't have a problem with being around each other, that we don't get tired of each other. We don't do that. So
Oh, that was actually not the one I wanted to end it with. I'm sorry. This is the one I wanted to end it with. Where is it? Uh, hold on. It was about families. Let me see. How much should a couple let their family's views influence their partnership? How much should a couple let their family's views influence their partnership? I say 0%. Okay, 0%. I don't talk about, if my husband and I were to have any issues, the only person I would have that conversation with about would be the Lord. Because the Lord is the only person that can fix any issues or any problems that we would have. I wouldn't go talk about any issues to my parents or friends or relatives or anything, because there's nothing that they can do to fix it. Yeah, they might can give me some advice about what happened that worked for them or whatever, but I don't. I just have seen other families or other friends who like have issues with her man, and she tell her mama, and now she's over it because she living with him, but then your mama's still mad at him. You know, so I just don't think couples need to like tell all that the negative things to their family or friends because they'll be like, she's still with him. He doing all this and she's still with him, or he's still with her, type of thing. So I just feel like you should limit, that type of influence in your relationship because at the end of the day, they are not in it with your partner. It's just you and your partner in it together. They're on the outside, so they can't help it. That's just my thoughts. I don't know if that made any.
Yeah, that is the nucleus of the relationship, the husband and the wife. If you're gonna start taking in outside views of the family, that can just cause discourse between the nucleus and that between husband and wife. You
Nucleus. Y'all heard that? Okay, husband nucleus.
People, hey, people will always have an outside influence. They always want to tell you, well, you should be doing this. If I were you, well, you ain't living in my house. You don't know what's going on. So what you would do may not work, even though it may sound good. So that's why sometimes we have to keep those outside influences out because at the end of the day, you and I are growing together. And of course, family is family, and we're gonna have them a part of us, but yet still, we have to regulate how much influence they have on us.
Yes, very good, very good. I agree with that. Okay. Thank you guys for joining us on Tuesday Night Live. We're going to wrap it up. We were sorry we were late today, but we are here. Thank you for joining Living According to Crystal and Wearing the King's Crown with Pastor P. If you are watching the playback, answer some of the questions in the comments. Ask any questions that you may have. We would definitely bring it up. If you have a topic you want to talk about next week, put it in the comments below and we can talk about it next week. Or if you just have a question, we always read our comments and respond. We would love to hear from you. Again, subscribe to both channels if you haven't subscribed. That's all I got. You want to end with anything? That's right. We love y'all. Bye.